CM 365, all about Carnatic music. Gamakas, as we all know, are the lifeblood of Indian classical music, be it Hindustani or Carnatic music system. So an understanding of the Gamakas associated with each and every ragam is of paramount importance, I would say, in terms of understanding the nuances of the ragam and also bringing it out in full measure. Now, for example, if you take Western music where you can read the composition actually visually, here, if you don't know the ragam or the raga swarupa, then it's very difficult for you to read the notation itself. For example, if you take the ragam Karahara Priya, I do not know, suppose that what are the gamakas associated with it or which are the notes which can be oscillated or cannot be oscillated. I would probably just sing like Sa Ri Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa. Now I almost feel like as if I'm just hanging a skeleton of the ragam somewhere and looking at it, because of the fact that there is no life in what I sang. And now if you sing the same thing like Sa Ri Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa, to some extent you are able to feel that this is Karahara Priya. Of course, there is no one way of oscillating a note, there are multiple ways. And so based on the context, we see that different ways of oscillation happens. Now, mathematically or scientifically, you may assign Shruti values and all that. But actually, in the practical aspect, all this really doesn't work in the sense that you can't tell somebody that this is the Shruti value that you have to oscillate for this phrase or anything like that. And that's why probably also we say that the listening from the Guru, that is the Guru Mukham, is very, very important here in terms of learning ragas, because by hearing only we are able to understand how much a note has to be oscillated, how it has to be oscillated, what is the Kala Pramana in it which has to be oscillated. All these niceties and nuances we understand only by listening. Now, last time we took a combination Mageri in the context of Mayamalagola, and we tried to show a few ragas associated with it with the same combination, but how they sounded different. Today we will take another set of notes, the same Mageri, but in the context of Karahara Priya. So you will understand that it is Shuddha Madhyama, then the Sadharana Gandhara and the Chatushruti Rishabha. So like Magari Sa. Now the same Magari can attain so many hues and colors depending on the ragam in which it comes. For example, if you take Karahara Priya itself, Nida Pa Magari, so Magari, 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 Nidaga Pagari. And our compositions are the best guidelines to show us how to operate or oscillate each of these notes. Like for example, if you take Ganapati Ge Karuna Nidhe or Ramani Sari Pamagari, where you are hitting the Gandhara a bit hard. And like this you see that Chakani Ri Gari, another way of oscillating the same Gandhara, that is the Sadharana Gandhara. Now let us take a few examples of some of the Janyas to see how the same Gandhara attains different colors. Now Darbar, which is a Janya of again Karahara Priya, see like Ga Ga Ri Sa, Ga Ga Ri Sa, where the Ga actually is not at all in its sthanam. Ga Ri Mari, that is how the Ga is actually oscillated here. But nevertheless we say that it is Sadharana Gandhara. Like in the example Ramani Nama Rama Bhi Rama, in that composition. Or the same Magari, the combination when it comes in the Kannada, you see like Paga Mari Sa Ri Paga in a Spuritam sometimes, or Paga Mari Sa. the same ga becomes very subtle in Sri Ragam. Re ga re sa. You would have seen in the opening line of Yendaroma re ga re, where re ga, most of the ga is actually standing on the Chatushruti Rishabha, and then it moves glidingly into the Gandhara position. Now if you take Manirango, it's a different kind of a glide. Magari Pamagari Jaya Jaya Padmana Bhanujesha Pamagari Magari. Now in the case of another ragam, Abogi, Magari Sa Tamagari Gari Sa. So that is the way it is oscillated when it becomes a part of Abogi. Same applies to Sri Ranjani also, which is very similar. In Kapi, let us look, we see like Ripagari Nisa, Ripagari Nisa. So where? Ripagari. It's a different kind of a oscillation of the same Sadharana Gandhara. In Riti Gaula, Sagari Gama. The Arona itself, you see that the same Gandhara is oscillated in two ways. Sagari Magari, coming from the Ma. Sagari Gama. Then Gama, while coming back, Magama, Gama, Pamagari Sa, in its Thanam almost. So the Ga comes multiple times in Reti Gaula, and each time that Gandhara comes, the same Gandhara actually shows us different colors, and that's the beauty of Reti Gaula. Sometimes you also use it as Janta, you would have seen. Ni sa ga ga ma. So probably this is another example to show that how the same Magari combination of the same variety, in fact, when it is put into the mold of different ragams, how they attain different kinds of dimensions and colors. And that is where the beauty of our Carnatic music also lies, because of the fact that the same variety of note can give you so many multiple kind of varieties to listen to. So again, the point here is, of course, from this we understand the fact that just knowing technical names for the notes is not going to help us anywhere, anytime. All we need to basically do here is to listen a lot in terms of how a composition actually adopts that particular variety of note and how it applies, so that we are also able to enhance our creativity.
CM 365, all about Carnatic music.